Hi guys, welcome back to the next episode of SamDjanShow. Today we're talking about what's the point of streaming shows. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the next episode of SamDjanShow. We're talking about pop culture. Today we're talking about what's the point of streaming shows. Now before I do it, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for the So today I'm talking about what's the point of streaming shows. Now I wanted to do this for a while, but I wanted to wait a bit. I wanted to see if I could, if more stuff was to like happen and stuff and yeah. Now basically streaming shows, they're basically shows on streaming. And I wanted to make this video because I'm like, what's the point of streaming shows? Now obviously streaming shows are like they're not TV. They're like TV's like high end, or streaming shows are like they want streaming services. So I'm gonna go through some that I like and some that got cancelled. So let's start with Reboot. Now this was a show on Hulu, and it was uh, basically about a TV show, behind the scenes of a TV show. And this had one season, and then they cancelled it. And I really like the show. And yes, that's Reboot. And then we had Gossip Girl, which this one was on HBO Max, and this was cancelled after 2 seasons. They cancelled it before the final episode even came out, and I really love this show. I love the original, and I really like this show. And I hated that it got cancelled, so we never get a resolution. Well, technically, kind of was resolution. I think it opened the door for a season 3, but honestly, um, yeah. But since this is cancelled, I don't think that the Pretty Little Lies original sin. I think that's pretty much gonna get cancelled after like 2 seasons. Because if they cancel this, I don't think they're gonna keep Pretty Little Lies. We'll wait and see. But this was Raised by Wolves. This is on HBO Max. Ridley Scott did this. It ran for 2 seasons. They got cancelled by HBO Max. I think it was one of the first things that got cancelled when David Zaslav was running things. And well, it was a really pricey show, but I don't know why. I never saw this show. I don't know why it got cancelled. I thought people really like this show, and yeah. So um, that's Raised by Wolves, and then next we have The Great. This was a show on Hulu. It ran for 3 seasons, then it got cancelled. Which they're trying to say that it ended. I think it honestly got cancelled. I think there could have been a season 4, but I really love this show. I love Ellie Fannicker's whole. I really love this show, and it got cancelled. Next we had Julia. This was a show on HBO Max. It got cancelled. No people really didn't care, but no people really went upset that got cancelled. But I think maybe because it wasn't promoted that much, I don't think people watched it enough. But next we had Glow, which this was on Netflix, and there was going to be season 4, but it got cancelled because of the COVID. So it only had 3 seasons. So that's Glow. That was on Netflix. Jupiter's Legacy was on Netflix. Had 1 season. Next we had Society, which was going to have a season 2, but it got cancelled after 1 season. Season 2 got cancelled because of COVID. I'm okay with the same thing. There was going to be season 2 got cancelled because of COVID. Mindhunter was by David Fincher. It had 2 seasons and then it got cancelled. Um, Lots of people really want season 3, and so I never watched this show, but yeah. Off Like Means Death. This was by Taika Waititi, and yeah, this got cancelled after 2 seasons. I never saw this show. It was on HBO Max. Shining Veil. This was on Stars. It starred Courtney Cox. It got cancelled after 2 seasons. Cruel Summer. Show on Hulu. It got cancelled 2 seasons. Basis Club. This was on Netflix. This got cancelled 2 seasons. Shmigadoon got cancelled after 2 seasons. This was on Apple TV Plus. Teenage Bounty Hounds cancelled after 1 season. Was on Netflix. And iCarly. This got cancelled by Paramount Plus after 3 seasons. So then I pretty much asked the question: what's the point? What is the point investing in a streaming show if it's most likely going to get cancelled? And it's not like TV. Like the TV is the same. Like Perry Mason got cancelled on HBO, but I didn't include it because that wasn't a streaming show. But I'm like, I really don't want to get invested in a streaming show if it doesn't really get. And the thing is, they get cancelled a lot compared to actual TV shows like Game of Thrones. Like that, like House of the Dragon is still going because that's popular, but they count this in viewership, and I'm like, what's the point investing in one if it's going to get cancelled? That's why I'm like, I honestly prefer movies a bit more than TV shows. Because like, if I know that, because I think a movie can just be one and done. Like, obviously there will be sequels, but that's if it does well. If it doesn't do well, we don't get a sequel. But like when it's a TV show, so much stuff, so many people can watch these shows, but then they just keep getting cancelled all the time. It's just, and I'm just kind of over it to this point because there's so many streaming shows. The ones I've listed, there's so many ones I like that got cancelled, and they don't really give a reason. They keep saying it's because of viewership. Like the iCarly one, this one wasn't viewership because there was a lot of people I know that generally liked the show, and it got cancelled on a cliffhanger where we see Carly Spencer's mum, and it got cancelled. So yeah, so guys, so much for my video. I'll see my next video. Bye.